Chapter 4. God is always working. After Pearl and Robin ate, they went to play games. I'm glad I can hear the worship, Pearl thought. Thank you, Lord, for the worshipers. And as your sound goes into the air, let the people feel peace. Robin won a big stuffed animal. Cool, she said. I've wanted an elephant. Pearl won a Siamese Fighting Fish in a lovely bowl. Neat, I've wanted one, she said out loud. Daddy God is so sweet. Hey, Pearl, are you going to the hayride tonight? Robin asked. I want to, but I keep feeling like I'm supposed to go back and help Queen Mother, said Pearl. Why don't you and Lucas go and maybe Rob can go too, she said. Hopefully he won't bug you guys too much and that'll give Uncle Bert a break. Sure, see ya. Robin headed toward the wagon. Pearl took her fish, and as she walked back toward the table where her mother was, she said, You're a good little fish. She looked at the fish and held the bowl close to her face. You know, I already love you, and I'm going to take care of you, even though you can't do anything for me, and you may not even love me back. She stopped and held the bowl a little bit higher. That way she could see her fish better. He was a lovely iridescent blue-green with a long flowing tail. Gorgeous fish, girl, said a male voice. You guys give great prizes like people used to do. What are you going to name it? She looked up to see Mr. Oliver. Oh, I don't know, said Pearl. What do you think? Lucky, he said. That's a lucky fish, because I know you'll take care of it. There's no such thing as luck, she thought. That's what people who don't know better call God's goodness, Queen Mother says. But she nodded and said politely, You mean blessed. She started walking toward Queen Mother at the gate. Okay, whatever, he said, walking with her. Hey, the burgers are great, and Bert is a great guy. I like some of the music, too, and I'm used to the old style. But it's still good to see the young people doing something for God. They reached the table where her mother was. Hello, Oliver. Having a good time? Said her mother. Sure am. Pearl held up the fish and said, Look, Queen Mother, I won him. Great for you, and you can keep him in your room and change the water often, right? Said her mother. Yes, ma'am. The music was suddenly louder. They've started the worship time, said Pearl's mother. Do you want to go? Where's Robin? No, Pearl said. I think I'm supposed to be with you, but thanks. So Blessed and I will stay here with you, Pearl said. She pointed to the fish. Robin's doing the hayride and trying to round up Robert and Lucas. Do you need to take a break, Queen Mother? Yes, said her mother. I'll be right back. She got up to stretch and leave. Hope to see you at church Sunday, Oliver. He waved. I just might be there. Thanks again for the goodies and great time. See ya. He left, and Pearl's mother gave the thumbs-up sign. Pearl knew that meant God is always working. Pearl sat down and looked at her little fish. She listened to the loud worship and prayed in her heart. Lord, everyone here needs you, even if we're already born again. We need more of you. We always need more of you. Please pour out your spirit on us, like Uncle Bert says, like the waterfall that's always running. She looked at her watch and set her fish down on the table. Almost 8:30. But it's not too late for more to come, she thought. After a couple of songs, the worship grew quiet and deep. She felt peace settle over her heart and the grounds. Looking at the moon and starlight, she remembered the hymn, How Great Thou Art. That's one of Queen Mother's favorites. I like it too, she thought. And she started humming under her breath. And then she started singing, I see the stars, I hear the rolling thunder. The gurgle of the water flowed over the rocks in the falls and was very soothing. You are the living water, Lord, she thought. She remembered Zi. I wish Zi could come. Maybe to church sometime, or lunch something, then church, or church and then lunch, or she doesn't really know us, though. Pearl wondered where her mother was. She had expected her back by now, but I know she's up to something good, Pearl thought. Besides, I can handle it. She heard a strange noise that seemed to be coming from across the street. What's that? Sounds like somebody's crying or something. She listened more carefully and looked behind at the people still playing games, while the crowd grew larger at the altar by the stage. Oh, I bet it's some of those people going to the altar at the front, praying, and God's touching their hearts, and they're crying, repenting, and just worshiping Him. Yeah, that must be it. Go, Jesus! But then she heard the sound again, louder. It was louder this time. She stood up and realized it was coming from the other side of the waterfall. She walked around to the front of the falls, and there, sitting on the stone bench, was Ziamara, with her backpack and her clothes and books on the ground. Well, God, you're always